Sunset at World Equestrian Center. Well, here we are at the wonderful World Equestrian Center of Ocala, taking Katie out to a nice hotel, one of the nicest hotels in the area, probably one of the nicest hotels in Florida, to be honest with you. And it's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Katie.
Yay.
We got geese and ducks going nuts over here in the retention pond.
The lake.
Oh yeah, the lake.
The lake.
Yes, it's a lake, see? Don't let me forget to point out. And we don't need to go in it, apparently. But it is lovely landscaping out here. It's a quiet day in September, so there's not a lot of people. Perfect time to be here, in my opinion. We like going places when there's not a whole lot of folks, so we can just enjoy the views, enjoy the scenery, and not be bumping into a lot of folks. So Katie's been doing her first 30 days of attempting a carnivore diet. And I must admit, I kind of sprung it on her as an idea, and she was willing to give it a try. And I want her to be able to share a little bit of her thoughts on what it's like from her position, because I know a lot of you out there are doing a carnivore diet, but maybe your loved ones aren't joining you on it. And even when you get them to try, it may not be the way you think it should be, but I try not to be a pain in the butt about it. Yet I know sometimes I still am. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna button my lip and let her tell you her thoughts on it and see if it helps anybody else out there.
The one thing I think I did good at was keeping the high protein breakfast, and if I could maintain that, I didn't have to eat as much during the day, and I could go later into the day without eating or craving food. So I really like the concept of getting up, eating. We usually had eggs. I like scrambled eggs, but have it with something. We had ribs in the crock pot, we had roast in the crock pot, and we had some steak.
Bacon?
Bacon, yeah, I love bacon. Love bacon. And that worked really well. I mean, I could eat at 9 in the morning and then go to like 1, 2 in the afternoon. So I liked that. I didn't have enough salt in my water or enough salt because I was starting to get tired. So I told Dante that. He made sure to put some salt in my purse. And you gave me the salt block. Felt like a horse. It was like a salt lick. And my mom's like, what are you doing? I said, it's my salt lick. So that helped. Because you do get fatigued if you don't have enough salt. Which I knew. So that's why. I still, even though I've completely cut out soda, that is one thing I did do this month. No soda whatsoever. None. Because at 3 or 4 o'clock every day, I wanted a crisp, cold ginger ale. And that's what I would do. I'd go all day without soda, but then I'd have one or Sprite. But I said I gotta cut that out because it was too much sugar. So I'm happy that I cut that. I got out of my system. I do have LaCroix for sparkling water. I really love Dante's Club sodas now with the salt. But I put a little lemon in it, and it almost makes it taste a little sweet. Just a little bit. I still crave dark chocolate. I have had some. God, that scared me. I was like, what is that?
Look at that sunset over there. Beautiful sunset.
So breakfast is number one, was important. And at evening time, when I get home, I wouldn't be hungry right away, but I would get hungry around 8, 9 o'clock at night. And I did have cheese in mine. I did incorporate some cheese. I had some regular cheese like cheddar, Like when we had burger, was good. But I do like the goat cheese a lot with the roast. When we had, what was it, ribs or roast with goat cheese, delicious. That was fabulous.
Goat cheese is really a treat. I don't eat it very often, but every once in a while I'll have a little.
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing is making sure you had something to snack on when you do get hungry or lightheaded and you know you need something. That would be the biggest, because there'd be some afternoons I would be out, and I did go out to eat with my mom and stuff. We did go places and I would just do no carb. That was kind of my rule. Like I had a Philly one time we went out. I don't know, the Philly sounded so good. So I had everything but the bread.
It's good.
Yeah, I was just, you know, doing my best to step back away from the breads and the sugar that wasn't already prepped in the food, obviously.
I gotta remember to pack some Carnivore crisps in your purse when I leave in the morning for work and go to do my thing, or you gotta go do your thing.
Yes, Carnivore crisps would definitely help in those situations, to have a bag on you when you go out for the day. If you don't have any, unless you have something you're taking out, obviously, with you. Chocolate gets me. Chocolate gets me, I tell you. Chocolate ice cream, coffee ice cream. I crave those things. I can eat steak, bacon, no carbs whatsoever. I don't even need bread. But I start craving that scoop of chocolate ice cream or coffee ice cream, it gets me. I don't want anything else. I'll eat a steak with a bar of dark chocolate if I could. If Dante would be like, yes, that's part of the diet, honey, I'd be fine. But it's been hard to kind of get away from that. I got these dark, really pure dark chocolate bars from Aldi, like 80%. And when I get that craving, I break a piece off and kind of suck on one or two of those, and that helps.
Any smart man knows better than to come between a woman and her coffee or her chocolate.
Yeah. No.
So I let her know what the story is, but I let her decide what she's gonna do, because I'm not stepping in there. That's like grabbing two dogs by the ears when they're fighting.
Yeah, I just been trying. I don't indulge though. When I do have that craving, I don't crave a whole bar, you know, or a lot at one time. I just like to have that little bit. And I think getting off of the sodas, making that kind of my focus point. I thought if I could get off the soda, that's going to help me more of anything in the long run.
Yeah,
so
there's nothing good in those sodas.
If I could take it a month at a time, with one issue at a time, I think that's how I work better, just to slowly
chip away.
Take things away from me. Dante's situation was so dire and so desperate. He had to do this for his health. It made an emergency for him. But for me, this is longevity, and I'm so stubborn. I'm so stubborn. I really have to take my time on it too, because I don't want it to be something I make a quick decision to do, but I never follow through. I have to take my time. That's just how I am. Slowly.
I have to admit,
take things away.
Chocolate got me a few times, even early when I was doing this diet, especially dark chocolate. I used to make excuses that, oh, it's dark chocolate, it's healthier or something.
Less sugar. That's what you tell yourself.
Just a marketing scheme. But anyway, it's a good one because it works. It's a tough one to get away from.
Yeah.
It's tough kicking all these addictions at one time, you know, because sugar isn't the only addiction. It's other parts that go with it sometimes, but I know it's tough.
Yes. Potatoes is hard for me because I love potatoes.
That's the Irish.
I love my baked potatoes. I don't need anything on it. I just like a plain baked potato. I have...
With butter?
Well, yeah, with butter. But even if it was just plain, if you told me no butter on it, I'd have just the baked potato.
Maybe some salt?
Yeah. Yep. Maybe
yeah, I've seen you do that.
Maybe with what I would do is take the drippings from the roast, right over the top of that.
Having those drippings in that crock pot ready for adding to all kinds of things is great. You know those eggs I made for you the other day and the boys?
Yeah, I could tell.
I had some drippings from the crock pot in there as well as the butter.
Yes.
Made them extra creamy and hopefully had a little flavor.
I was mostly proud of myself of getting off the soda to start and staying away from a lot of carbs, keeping it high protein. I did have some tea. I have coffee. I drink coffee. I have black coffee. No creamer.
All right, I had to switch to my backup, my iPhone. My battery died on my camera and I left the batteries in the hotel room. I really didn't think she would have this much to say, so I'm glad she's actually sharing her thoughts on this. What about your why? Do you have aside from me driving you crazy about it,
Yes,
is there a reason why you think that this would be beneficial for you?
Of course. Absolutely. I think anybody has any health concerns, risks, or issues it could be. Right now, I'm typically what they consider healthy. I got my blood work back and there was a little scare there about my thyroid. I had to have it double checked and it turned out to be okay. It wasn't too high or too low. It was fine.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah, that's what I said. Goodness. Obviously, as my major thing is what I've been thinking of, how I've been thinking about, I apologize, is my muscle stamina. Is that a good way to put it?
Sure. Definition,
I want to maintain
strength.
my strength. That's it. Because my 40th birthday.
Happy birthday again.
My main thing is keeping up my strength, not losing my muscle. I think in the forefront of my thinking of why I would do something like this is to keep my body healthy and keep my strength going, because I don't want to lose that. I feel it. I feel me losing stamina physically, where I'd go out and work, no problem, for 4 straight 5 hours, hard labor in the yard work, or
She's a worker.
yeah,
She doesn't mind working, I'll tell you that.
I like that and I'm used to it, but I'm starting to get tired. I guess what you asked me is why would I? Do I see anything?
A reason why to do this.
For me, it would be to maintain my health. And watching Dr. Baker talk about, getting older, the one we just watched, getting older and how you should slow down, I'm going to have to agree with him. I don't think so. I want to keep going.
Yeah, he said he didn't say to slow down. He said that you can still do what you can do and push yourself and still be strong in your older years.
Yes, and I want that. One day I hope to have grandchildren, and I want to be able to do everything I want to do.
Any thoughts on inflammation or pain?
I have actually experienced less pain.
She's in a lot of pain usually, especially in her neck and shoulder areas, most of her life that I know of.
Yeah, but I've had less pain with certain things. I have. And I can tell you right now, and I know Dante's going to talk to me about this later, if I have that chocolate or I have that sweet, I can tell the next day I had it. Every time. I can tell. So, just gotta wait it out. Yes, gotta wait out. But it's not bad, it's not severe. I don't have it to where I can't move or can't function or can't get up or anything. I don't have it to that capacity. I can just tell. A little discomfort.
How about your thoughts on moving forward?
I'm gonna stay the course. I'm just keep with low carb. I'm just gonna stay with it because I like my body weight right now. I'm comfortable where I am. So it's not about losing weight loss. It's about maintaining health in my muscles. I think that's where, and I'm starting to work out 3 days a week.
Yeah, it's doing karate now.
So that's where I'm at, is maintaining strength and weight, and I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to stop, and maybe this next month try to take something else out.
All right.
Welcome to the equestrian.
It's really pretty.
Well, I think we had a good talk about it, and I hope that her experience is helpful for anybody else who's going through what she's going through, or even what I'm going through, trying to work with her. You know, I just want my wife to be healthy and happy, and I know she wants the same for me, and that's why I started this, and she supported me all along. So really, I couldn't ask for more than that, and I'm thankful to be where we are. Anyway, that'll do it for this one, guys. We'll see you next time.